Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to another war selection video. Today we have a high level 1v1 rank game. You will see two experienced players going head to head for the win and to climb even higher on that ranked leaderboard. We have XKaLiBaR, a player who is known for his stone warrior rushes and can annoy anyone into quitting the game. And then we have Mafusze, who actually has a YouTube himself, although it is in a different language, but the link will still be below for them who want to check him out, as he seems to be a very good player. If you like these commentaries, then be sure to like this video and subscribe, as I have a lot more coming soon. Also, just check out the description for all info on the giveaways that go on around here by just commenting below. Now let's get into the video. We start with XKaLiBaR's point of view in red, and he has a pretty good spawn with a lot of wood and iron. He plants his house down to not get pop capped so quickly, and then, starts to make a scout instead of workers. I guess he wants to find his opponent as soon as possible while searching the land for resources. We will be able to see if that pays off in the long run, as he is going to be a worker and a half behind his opponent. He also manages to get a deer before killing off his bulwark. I assume he had to do that because it was too close to the wood line. Now over to Mafuse's base. Again, not a bad spawn, but could do with a bit more of a wood line in his little corner he has here. He immediately sends his scout towards the opposite corner to find his enemy as well. There does not seem to be a great distance between these two, and a lot of water on the right hand side of the map. They both just build their bases, and I think I spent a little too long looking at XKaLiBaR's base because I didn't notice that Mafusze was sending in some workers for a bulwark rush only 4 minutes into the game. And so begins the placement of bulwarks to hassle the economy. Luckily, so early in the game, XKaLiBaR already has some stone warriors to defend with. But oh no, he now has some workers on the other side of his base, attempting to attack and produce bulwarks at both sides. He even sends down a few warriors to try and keep his workers alive. But it seems as though it's a bit too late, and he lets all but one worker die until he got ate by boars. He does proceed to send another 6 workers down along with a small army of 5 warriors just to carry on damaging the economy. The bulwarks come down too, with again another 3 warriors trickling down towards XKaLiBaR's base. Mafusze is doing a fantastic job attacking so early on in the game. Honestly, I thought it would be the other way around. But the warriors are quickly piling up, and they are getting rid of what Mafusze has coming, and also what he's bringing with all those animals joining the fight too. Nearly 9 minutes in, and Mafusze has only just started to climb to Europe and is kind of far behind. He is going to hope that he's done enough damage to the economy to race on up ahead of XKaLiBaR now, and those small waves of warriors were doing great with the bulwarks to keep on the hassle, but it does not look like it's going to continue for much longer, and pretty soon XKaLiBaR will be knocking on the doors of your base. Another advantage, he also has the population upgrade, which means for bigger armies against a pot-capped Europe that only has 60 population. And of course the towers start coming in now from Mafuse as he readies up for the first Stone Warrior attack from XKaLiBaR, and in they go. Splitting the army up to make an impact on more than one side of his enemy's base. He takes out the forge first, which is huge since it means he cannot make any more towers, and well, with only one barracks he has nothing else to defend with other than what he's already got placed down or is currently building. And now to the right of his base we have some slingers following up from the Stone Warrior rush. XKaLiBaR knows that that's his only wood line, so that would be the most ideal place to attack for his economy to be ruined. Just looking at the resources of Mafuse compared to XKaLiBaR, it's huge now. And we also see a wall trying to form from Mafuse to keep those stone units out, but it's going to take him a little longer because yet another army is rushing to his economy. It was looking so good for him in the opening 10 minutes, but it's not looking too good for him right now, because XKaLiBaR just has the ability to keep on sending waves of units, and he needs to find a way to stop that quick before he loses everything. Every time an army dies, another one enters his base, and Mafuse is even using workers to try to attack now. XKaLiBaR is sitting comfortable with the resources, and he now has his armies in 3 different parts of his opponent's base. He is just making it extremely difficult for Mafuse to do anything. With only 2 barracks, he is desperate to get some archers out to help defend, and whilst he has the time to breathe. But yet again, with only a minute or two's break, XKaLiBaR is back in his base again. Although looking at the resources, he is doing very well to stay on top of them, even with the amount of times his economy has been attacked. Wood is a constant struggle for Europe anyway, but if he can keep on getting out those archers, along with getting a forge down for a few more towers, he might still be in this game. The last few slingers die, and now we see XKaLiBaR upgrading his units into spearmen, and he is also building some towers in his base in case his enemy does try to send anything to knock his economy once again. And with the upgraded units, XKaLiBaR makes its attack. The spearmen are going to make it much easier to take out those towers, but it still seems a little more difficult than imagined. As Mafuse is attempting to recreate his forge, XKaLiBaR destroys that straight away, and again takes out the entire wood line, and gets into his food again. The population also seems to be getting smaller and smaller with Mafuse. With each attack, it's more and more difficult to rebuild his base, and even when he feels like he has another minute to breathe, XKaLiBaR is there yet again with the next army to bring in. Just look at the resources of XKaLiBaR, sitting in the thousands in the Bronze Age. At what point do you decide to go up the ages? Because if he is just waiting to knock his opponent to death, at this point it looks like he's not going to give up for anything. He is also sitting on 24 Stone Age workers and 30 Bronze Age ones, whilst Mafuse has only 35 workers altogether, but the Europe workers do gather resources a bit faster. A few more minutes go by whilst XKaLiBaR is getting ready with another army and sends it in for like the 10th time in this game. Mafuse is now desperate to get that gap filled so that no units will be able to get through to his workers. And once again XKaLiBaR focused on the forge so no more towers can be made, and with the lack of iron again makes it so difficult. But this time, Mafuse dealt with those units like it was nothing. Well, it was much quicker to get rid of them that time anyway. And now it's 31 minutes into the game. XKaLiBaR makes the choice to go up to the Iron Age and gives some space to his opponent, and they both focus on their defences, with the wall getting put down here and XKaLiBaR with a few more towers there. Another attempt from XKaLiBaR to attack, and oh, he shut the gate just in time. Now I think that he will leave him alone for a little while. Having a look with the fog of war on, and Mafuse cannot see anything at all. XKaLiBaR is putting some docks down for some food or to stop his enemy getting food out on the sea, and now it's a waiting game, a race. Who can get up the ages? Who has crippled more? Well, for sure it was Mafuse, but he has done fantastic to stay in this game and give himself a chance to win. XKaLiBaR has now come up with some workers to gain the territory. He knows that he will be lacking resources later on in the game, so it's good to take this over early and branch out, leaving you with plenty of time to prep for an attack if you can see them coming. Exactly like XKaLiBaR done here. With both players now in Medieval, XKaLiBaR definitely has a bit of a lead, but it's not by far at all, and he decides to go for those rocket cannons to regain entry to the base. With the upgrade of the tower, he will also know that he is Medieval and is probably surprised. I don't know how he's managed to make it here after all the damage from the warriors and slingers did early on, it's just crazy. Whilst he is making those and trying to gain entry, he also has the bigger ships coming out on the seas to take out that part of his economy. And now he is just waiting for those walls to be broken down, also taking out the towers along the way. Now the most overpowered archer comes into the mix and manages to destroy one of the rocket cannons. These longbows have the most range for an archer and are very annoying to come up against if they have a choke point. On the right hand side you can see that a siege ship has been made by Mafuse, trying to stop that pressure on the sea. And now a hole has been made in his wall for XKaLiBaR's units to re-enter the base that his warriors and slingers once controlled. but honestly they can't get through to the economy. Mafusze has done a fantastic job to stop those getting anywhere near the workers, but there was definitely a little bit of damage done. And I think he will continue to do more with his cannons. Every single time a unit of his dies, it just gets remade, and now we have an attack on the main building. But down on the sea, 2 siege ships have made their way to the shoreline onto his docks, taking them out rather quickly. Mafusze has managed to push back the rocket cannons again and give his town hall a little bit of time to repair. XKaLiBaR is doing every bit of damage he can to the economy without losing too many units himself, even though he does have the resources for it. I hope he notices the sea ships on the shoreline taking out his building and is not too busy attacking up the top. Mafuse's base is getting smaller and smaller now, and he has less and less longbowmen to send in with the incredibly low amount of wood he has. Just a couple of more towers to take out and he will easily be able to get through without getting hurt so much. Meanwhile, Mafuse's 2 sea ships have turned into 3 down near XKaLiBaR's town hall, and if he hasn't noticed it, might be going for an easy snipe. He only has a few archers trying to stop them, and with 3 or 4 hits they are gone. There are no towers doing damage, and they will take out huge chunks of his town hall with every cannonball. XKaLiBaR's rocket cannons are now on the main building as well, and it's a base off. They are going base for base. Whoever kills it first wins. They both have workers on it, but that's not enough. XKaLiBaR, only 1? It looks like he hasn't noticed until the last second. He just goes to drag the workers over, and with that cannonball, XKaLiBaR lost. I could not believe it. All that action, all that economy he took out, every worker, every building, and Mafusze found a way around it. What a game. Very well played to Mafusze for keeping it together when I would have probably left from the Bronze Age for sure. I guess this is maybe a lesson for all you guys to not give up, even if you are getting pressured so much. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then press that like button. Comment below for my monthly giveaways, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel with those notifications on to not miss out on anything that happens around here. Come join the Discord for a great community and lots more giveaways and events happening too. There will be plenty more coming from the channel soon, so stick around and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. And thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace.